Now, parents have threatened to forcefully remove their children from Thaba Chweu boarding school in Lydenburg, Mpumalanga. They say the school is not conducive to teaching and learning as there is a shortage of food and other basic necessities. Newzroom Afrika's Mweli Masilela is following that story for us and joins us live from outside the school. Mweli, very good morning to you. Some really concerning elements of what the education system should be like when it comes to borders, and accessing food is a huge factor.
Indeed, it's a huge problem. That is why the parents have actually stood up to say that enough is enough. In fact, some of the parents I've spoken to are telling me that indeed they received an SMS coming from the school management here, actually conveying a message to say that learning and teaching won't be actually going on here at the Thaba Chweu boarding school. In that SMS, the reason that has been given is that they don't have enough water to provide for the children that are staying here. And another matter, Paul, that is coming up is that there isn't enough food to provide for the kids, as well as an issue about accommodation. In fact, some of the parents are saying that a room that is supposed to accommodate only 4 learners, in this instance here at this boarding school, you find that it's 6 learners per room. So that is why they've threatened to shut down the school. But we haven't seen many parents actually here on the ground, and already the school has taken a decision to send the children back home. In fact, just a few minutes ago, about 10 buses have left the school premises, and we're not allowed to actually go in there so that we can see the conditions inside. Because another issue that the parents are raising is that when it comes to laundry, all those issues are not attended to properly, and most of the children here, the learners, don't have a school uniform, because we know that they were absorbed from different farm schools and brought into these boarding school, because those farm schools were no longer conducive for learning and teaching. You find that some of those schools had dilapidated structures, and some of those schools had quite a few number of learners that are attending there. So that is why the provincial government then decided that they will take those learners from those farm schools and accommodate them here. So that's the current situation in Po. And another issue that I've just received from one of the concerned community members is that there are allegations of sexual assault here at the school, and those parents are actually saying they've raised that matter with the school principal as well as the provincial department of education, but nothing much has been done in as far as that matter is concerned. But I have spoken to the spokesperson of the Department of Education in the province, that is Just Pazwane, about the situation here. Well, he has promised that he will give us a comprehensive report in as far as the developments are concerned here, Paul.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the history of that school. I mean, it's a pretty new school that was built under the 900 million rand budget by the Mpumalanga government to help in ensuring that the overcrowded classrooms become a thing of the past in that province. Let's talk then about what has happened throughout the process of that school being built and the number of learners that have come in.
Yes, indeed, Mpo. The whole plan was to try and ensure that all learners, especially in those farming communities, have got access to education without any challenges. And what is happening now is that you are seeing the sad situation is that some parents have actually taken a decision to withdraw some of their children from the school, considering the environment here. And we know that this is a school that started operating about 2 years ago. And well, from the side of the Education Department in the province, I must state that they've made it very clear that there have been challenges since the commencement of the construction of this school, especially on the side of community members, highlighting that some of those community members have been disrupting the construction process, demanding tenders as well as job opportunities. So, in fact, according to Jaspazwane, there hasn't been stability even after construction of this school was completed. There's been those issues that are raised by the parents. Well, you would imagine children coming from different farming communities and then having to stay together here from those different backgrounds. Well, we don't anticipate to be an easy task. But what the parents are saying, at least the school must do enough to try and ensure that the children that are placed here are taken good care of, raising also an issue of medical attention, that nothing much is done to ensure that whatever situation that arises in as far as medical issues are concerned, those who are in management here take care of the children. They are saying that that doesn't happen. So that is why some parents actually decided to say that they would rather withdraw their children and send them to schools where they will go as far as paying for their school fees, because we know that this is a no-fee school. And that is why most parents were actually elated when this idea of the boarding school was actually brought forward. But it looks like things have changed, because looking into the current situation now, they are saying that since Monday, the children and the teachers that are deployed here, they haven't had access to clean drinking water. So the parents are asking, why should they then allow their children to attend school here at this boarding school?
What has the school had to say about this, and perhaps even government? I mean, there must be some sort of accountability here. Why is the school running like this?
It is quite concerning, to notice that even in as far as the school governing body is concerned, I mean, some of those members of the school governing body had a brief chat with them as they were going inside the school. They're saying that this is not the right time for them to give me a comment in as far as this matter is concerned, and even some of the parents are not willing to go and record about those issues that they are raising here, and those parents have made it clear that even in as far as some of the teachers that are working here are concerned, I mustn't even have a glimmer of hope in terms of getting some comments from their side, which actually brings that cloud to say that what is it that is happening inside this school that these people are trying to hide. Well, as I said earlier, we are hoping that the spokesperson of the Department of Education in the province, Jaspazwane, will come up with solid information in as far as the situation is concerned. The only thing that he emphasized is that from the very beginning, during the start of operations here at this boarding school, things haven't been smooth, and he's actually attributing that problem to community members who are making it difficult for this school to operate. From his side, he believes that they've tried their best as government to ensure that there is enough resources deployed here to assist those learners that have been enrolled here.
Very well, Mweli. Let's leave it there for now. Some shocking revelations coming out of this school, the Thaba Chweu boarding school in Mpumalanga, as our reporter Mweli Masilela speaks to some of the pressing issues, allegations of sexual assault, food and lack of access to food, laundry, medical attention, speaking to some of the major concerns. Will be keeping you up to speed with these developments, as Mweli will be going out to get some answers, as there are many questions and very little answers.